whoever's watching this, my name is Lord Vulcan, as you've probably guessed from the channel name. And today, I'd like to talk about employment. Well, for me, the lack of employment, seeing as I'm currently unemployed. But yeah, I'm on Job Seekers, which I get £50 a week for. And I am actively looking for a job. I've been unemployed for 6 months now, ever since my last job. Well, the business closed and I was made redundant. But ever since then, I've been at the job centre nearly every week, looking for work. And I'm one of the 99% of people who actually are actively looking for work. But you always get the 1% who just have it to, or get on the system to have kids. Well, I think it's more than 1% now when you get everything paid for. But yeah, my little thing is actually based at the job, or based on the job centre themselves and the advisors, as they call themselves, which they're not. Personally, I think the job centre holds you back from getting a lot of jobs, because you've got that thing where if you work for 16, let me tell you a little story first. I used to volunteer at like a charity, just to keep my head in the game. And I went to sign on and said, yes, I've done 20 hours worth of voluntary work. Oh, well, you can't get your job seekers this week then. No, well, why? Oh, because you've been working. You've not been able or available for employment. Even though I wasn't getting paid for it, I didn't get my 50 quid that week. No, for that 2 weeks, in fact, I didn't get my 50 quid. Because I said it overlapped into next week, or the other week, which was absolute bollocks. And I actually me and my dad went to Rotterdam, because he's a printer, and he said, would you want to come with me? I'll show you some of the ropes, and hopefully his company will look at me a bit more favourably. And I did get a job there for a month, and that was kind of like a training programme that he put me on, like a week-long training programme. And I was only out of the country for 36 hours, and I told the job centre about this. Oh, well, we'll dock you that money for that 36 hours you were unavailable for work then. It actually cost them more to put the paperwork through than to give me the actual money. And I don't think going into the job centre and them going, have you done any work, paid or unpaid, in the last 2 weeks? No, I haven't. Right, sign here, off you go. They're actually neglecting their job to get, well, me a job. Now, it isn't solely on the job centre, but I think a lot of it is. Because it's in their name, they're the job centre, and they just don't do anything. Oh, come on, for fuck's sake. But yeah, I had to beg and plead with them to get on a course that I wanted to go on, which was to do my forklift driver's licence. So basically, I eventually got it, but not through the job centre. I had to get it off my own back. They didn't give me any help whatsoever. If anything, they've been pulling me back getting a job, because I am scared to get a job and say it's not for me. And I found this out 2 months into it. It's just not for me. I can't do the work to the level where I'm satisfied to. Because then, if I quit the job, I can't get job seekers for 6 months. So I could be in a job where I'm only getting like 5 hours a week, something like that, and they would still stop my benefits. I don't claim for housing, I don't claim for anything. All I want is my job seekers allowance. But yeah, I do want to get an add-on to my forklift licence, because now I can drive forklift, a counterbalance, a reach, and any telescopic forklift, which is quite a big thing. It's quite a broad horizon. And I'm also fully first aid trained. Jobs I didn't help you apps. The fucking hell are you doing? Fucking moron. But anyway, nice little Lambretta. Yeah, but the add-on I want to get is my BESC licence, which basically means I'm allowed to work near overhead power cables or work on them, but also to get my CSCS card, which means I could work on a building site on a forklift, stuff like that, just being a general labourer. Well, they bollocks help me with anything like that. In fact, if anyone agrees with this, just comment, like, message me, do whatever you feel fit. Because something has got to change with this whole system, because they just do not help you in the slightest. I actually had one of my advisors, I'm not going to name any names or which branch they're at. I came in my leathers, it was mid-February, it was freezing, and I thought, you know what, I'll go on my bike. It hasn't been out in like a couple of weeks, I'll go on my bike. As soon as I got in there, she shot me the filthiest look and went, well, you're not going to get employment dressed like that, are you? And you just felt like saying, well, of course I'm not going to get employment dressed like this. I'm not going to go like this to a fucking interview, am I? And she actually did make the point of saying, well, bikers don't get employed. What the hell's that got to do with anything? The fact that I ride a bike? She was a horrible little woman. In fact, I might send that blue footage in to the police, because that was unreal. I have never seen anyone do that, ever. Oh, so this is all working. Tilt it up a little bit. There we go. I mean, I think that's police worthy. Yeah, but anyway, the job centre have just constantly held me back. I mean, David Cameron got rid of the guaranteed job scheme, which put me into work for 6 months. It took me completely off the job centre records for 6 months, and I was getting about 250 quid a week, which is a good wage. I was about 19, 20 when I had it. But yeah, 250 quid a week for that kind of age is a good wage for just sat at a desk. And I met one of my best mates I'll ever have on there, or doing that job. But now that's gone. I actually asked them today, or the other day, sorry, about these license add-ons that I can get. Oh, well, we don't want you to go on that, we want you to go on a CV writing course. Why the fuck do I need to go on a CV writing course? You've got my CV, you've actually said it's perfect, there's nothing more I can do to it. Oh yes, well it's a 2-day course. I couldn't give a shit if it's an hour-long course, I don't want to go to it. Oh, if you're going to take that turn, alright fine, I'll go on it then. But it's stuff like that. I mean, I actually had to fight with them again for them to pay my parking and the petrol price, or the petrol fuel allowance thing, when I went to the last one, because it was, I think it came to about 10 quid in parking, just alone on parking. And they always say to me, if you can, use your car, it's a lot cheaper. Alright, then I'll use my car for this one. Went, paid everything, brought all the receipts back to them. Oh no, we're not paying that, it's too much. Well, you said use my car. Oh no, you've got to use the cheapest means of transport. Make up your fucking mind then. But yeah, I do hate the job centre. I hate going, I hate the stigma behind it, and I hate the people who work in there. There are a couple of nice ones, but they've all got that mentality. They just want you out the door as soon as they look at you. I think I've just eaten a bug that flew in my helmet. It's the fact as well that you can be, say, 10 minutes late to your appointment. That's what happened to me once. My tyre burst on my car, and I was 10 minutes late. I told them the circumstances. They actually asked, and this is no word of a lie, have you got the tyre to prove that? Well, of course I haven't got the tyre to prove it, you dick. It's still back at the shop. Why would I carry around a tyre? A flat tyre with a massive gash in it. Gash. But, yeah, it's stuff like that. And you can be 10 minutes late, stop your benefits for 2 weeks. They have never seen me on time once. They've always been about half an hour late. So I think it should be one rule for them, and the same rule for everyone. If you're late, the job seekers get a bit extra. They get it taken out of their wages that they've made you wait. So they get paid £10 an hour. They're 15 minutes late. They get £2.50 taken out of the wages. Done. If the job seeker's 10 minutes late, do that same to them. Simple. It sure as hell stop the congestion. And if they need to book an appointment, do that. Please, just don't keep going on, oh well, I haven't seen your job record for this week. Well, it's right in front of you. Oh well, you've done this wrong. You haven't put what company you applied for. It's right there. The reference is right there. If you actually do your job and actually look. But yeah, that's one of the main reasons I want a job. I want a job for extra money, for a bit of responsibility for myself, to get myself out of the fucking house, and also to get the hell away from the people at Job Centre. Because I can't stand any of them. Because I think actually that the people at the job centre should be on job seekers themselves, because they don't know what the hell they're talking about. But anyway, that's my little rant finished for the time being, I think. And this is Lord Vulcan signing out, hopefully in a second, and here we go. Bye.